UFC Fight Night, Deiveson Figueiredo versus Song Yadong is taking place this Saturday at a really weird time because this is happening in Macao, China. We have the main card starting at 7 a.m. Eastern time in the United States. So prelims are probably starting around like 3 a.m. Ooh, it's going to be a tough one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. I may only catch the main event, but I will go back and watch the fights, of course. But we got Deiveson Figueiredo versus Song Yadong in the main event. This card is not a bad one. We really don't have that bad of a card here, which is refreshing. The main card's not bad, at least. We got Zhang Ming Yang, Alonzo Menafield, Sergey Pavlovich is here, Kaya Sakura. We got Jake Matthews fighting Muslims. Did that get changed? Hold the fucking phones. I feel why do I feel Hold on. I don't think he's fighting Muslim Salikov. He's not. UFC, update your fucking website, bro. He's fighting fucking Carlston Harris. The hell. Alright, whatever. Fucking UFC, dude. Alright, anyway, let's fucking get into this, dude. Absolute fucking banger to start off this card. Hell yeah. Loma Luke Boomy versus Jacqueline Amorim. Yeah, guys. Honestly, I might actually intentionally stay up till 3 a.m. just to catch this one and then head off to bed. I think this is the people's main event. Starting off fucking strong. What are we doing? What are we doing? You know, I can't even really hate. Like, you got to put them somewhere, right? So at least they're starting off the card. I think I'm gonna pick Jacqueline Amorim to win. She's submitted some pretty solid fighters in the UFC. Polyana Viana, Vanessa Demopoulos. Those are some solid wins. So she's got really good grappling. Luma is honestly, like, she's really tiny. Like, she's 5'1" versus Jacqueline Amorim. I guess she's only 5'3", but like, Luma is really small. I don't know. She wins a lot of fights by decision. I have a feeling that Jacqueline Amorim, even if this does go to decision, she's going to win via her grappling. So I'm going to take Jacqueline Amorim to win either by a submission or a unanimous decision. Let's move on. I love this website. I love it. I absolutely love it. We got Kang Ji Zhu. Zhu Kang Ji? Who knows? I never know which is right. Versus Ramon. No, he's not fighting Ramon Taveras. He's fighting Rodrigo Vera. Bro, UFC, update your fucking website, bro. This actually pisses me off to no end. God. Vera is... What is this guy's record? He's almost undefeated. He's 21-1. He's stepping up on short notice to fight Zhu. And I think I'm going to pick Vera to win, honestly. Good fucking God, bro. Honestly, I'm going to pick Vera to win. Vera is, like, undefeated. I'm going to be completely honest. I've not really heard of these guys before, okay? I think this is Kang Ji Zhu's UFC debut. Dude, I can't talk today. Vera, it is also his UFC debut. Hear my logic on this one. Rodrigo Vera is ranked number 2 pound for pound in Brazil. This other guy, Zhu, is ranked number 93 pound for pound in Asia. All right. I feel like Brazilians are good at MMA historically, and Asians historically have not been the best. Is that racist? I don't think so. We're merely going based off of population statistics here, okay? Nothing but straight facts. The greatest analysis you'll ever hear. We might have to cut that. But seriously, though, this guy, I think, is a really highly touted prospect coming out of this like Jesus Christ, not South African, South American region. He hasn't lost outside of one fight, which was a decision. So you know what? Yeah, I'm picking Vera to win by a unanimous decision. Let's move along to Angela Hill versus Jingnan Zhang. God, I really hope I'm not botching these, bro. Angela Overkill Hill herself is fucking 18-16. 18 and she's 13-16 in the UFC. She has a fucking losing record in the UFC, bro. She has lost 16 fucking fights in her career. And she's 41. I refuse to pick her to win this fight. I refuse. I am picking Zhang by a unanimous decision. She doesn't have the same experience inside the octagon, inside the UFC, that Angela Overkill Hill does. But she's got a couple of knockouts. And you know what? I think that she might knock Angela Hill out. Angela Hill might like crafty vet her way to a dub. And if she does, whatever, I'm really not that upset about it, because who the fuck cares? Yeah, I'm picking Zhang by unanimous decision, based purely on vibes. Let's move on. Dude, oh my god. UFC, come on. Another one, bro. Another one that isn't right. Ray Saruya is not fighting Jesus Aguilar. He is actually fighting Louis Garul. Louis Garul just literally fought on the last UFC card. What was that? UFC 3... My casual? What was the last UFC event? Whatever the last UFC event was, what was the last one? Strickland Chimaev 328? No, there was another one after that. There was like an Apex card, maybe? Why can I not remember? Hold the fuck on, bro. This is actually embarrassing. I promise I'm not a casual. I promise I watch every event. Yeah. Brendan Allen versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. We had Louis Garul beat Daniel Barres in a pretty, like... This was a kind of a war. I'm really surprised he's making this quick of a turnaround. And I'm not going to lie, I do not think that's going to play out in his favor whatsoever. Like, Louis Garul looked pretty decent. But I think Ray Saruya is a kind of another level to him. And I am picking Ray Saruya to win here, either by a sub or by a ground and pound kind of TKO type of deal. I mean, Ray Saruya absolutely fucked on his first opponent in the grappling, and he did lose a decision to Joshua Van, but like, bro, I am not a fan of Louis Garul making literally like a 2-week turnaround. I think Ray Saruya, he's been off for a little over a year. He's had a lot of time to improve his striking, clean up a lot of the things that got him into trouble against Joshua Van. I really just think he's probably going to take Garuli down, either sub him or ground and pound TKO, one of the two. I mean, Saruya is really fucking solid on the ground, like really solid. And he's had, like I said, he's really young. He is 23 years old. He's improving rapidly as a prospect. He's had a lot of time to make those improvements. Where he went wrong against Joshua Van, like he was just getting outclassed in the striking. But as we've seen, Joshua Van is low-key that motherfucker. So I'm picking Ray Saruya to win by a ground and pound TKO or a submission in round 2 or 3. Let's move on. The guy on the left versus Cody Haddon. Oraquilang. Only pronunciation I'm given on that. This guy is 32 years old. The Mongolian Murderer. What a fucking nickname that is. God damn. But I think Cody Haddon is going to win by a decision. Cody Haddon is low-key tough as fuck. He's from Australia. And he looked really good in his first fight. He fought Dan Argueta in his first fight, won a decision. Cody Haddon's really fast. He's got really good like straight punches down the pipe. He fights out of Perth, like he goes to that same gym. I forget the name of it, CKB maybe, that a lot of those Perth guys go to. So I'm not a big fan of him. I've only seen him fight once, but I think he looks really good. The guy on the left is low-key kind of old. He's got, a lot of UFC or not a lot of UFC fights, but a lot of fights in general. I mean, he's got 8 UFC fights, but he's kind of like a win one, lose one type of guy. He won his last fight, so therefore he's going to lose this fight now. But he has taken a lot of damages in his career. I think he's going to probably look slower against Cody Haddon. I think Cody Haddon will have a big physicality advantage. I mean, just look at the difference in build of these two guys. I think Cody Haddon's just kind of like going to girth mog him and win that way. So welcome to the most technical breakdowns on YouTube. You're welcome. Let's move on. Let's not move on. Cody Haddon by unanimous decision. Let's move on. Ding Mang versus Jose Henrique. Both guys coming off the Contender Series, if I am not mistaken. I know, Jose Henrique he actually lost his Contender Series debut. And Meng Dang also lost on the Contender Series. So two guys starting their careers out really hot here. Jose Henrique is like kind of just like a lengthy freak at welterweight. Like he is sort of got like an alien type of build. Am I thinking, wait, hold on. Yes. Yeah, he's 6'3", 79-inch reach, bro. That's kind of absurd. He's going to have a massive reach advantage. 4-inch reach advantage, an inch advantage in height. Ming Dang is a really chinny motherfucker. In his Contender Series fight, he got like knocked down like 5 or 6 times. Henrique is good with like, he's a southpaw. He's got good straight left punches, good knees up the middle. I think he's going to win. He's got that typical like Brazilian mixed with Muay Thai sort of style. I think he probably puts Meng Dang out. Maybe a knockout in like round 1 or 2. So yeah, I think we are going to see a knockout. Again, welcome to the most technical breakdown on YouTube. Anyway, let's move on. Let's not waste any time here. Luis Felipe Diaz versus Yisak Lee. Yisak Lee has got a really good submission game, I think. He's got a couple of chokes. Actually, literally every single one of his finishes has been on the ground. He's all finishes, I think. 1 decision. But yeah, I mean, you look at his fucking tapology, rear naked, Von Flue, rear naked, ground and pound, decision, rear naked, beat a guy up with punches, ground and pound. I think Yisak Lee is going to win via a submission in like round 2. This is happening at middleweight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I'd be lying to you if I said I knew who either one of these guys were. So, again, welcome to the most fucking technical breakdown on YouTube. He got subbed by... Felipe Diaz got subbed by Jailton Almeida in a grappling match. Therefore, he's going to lose to Yisak Lee. I don't know. I'm going purely based on vibes in this one, so don't hold me to it. Again, I don't... You sit there and you fucking look me dead in my eyes and you tell me you've heard of either of these motherfuckers, alright? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, okay? I'm sorry I'm not doing fucking tape study on Yisak Lee and Luis Felipe Diaz, because who the fuck are they? Alright? We're picking Yisak Lee, All right, and he's winning by a fucking decision. No, a submission. Yeah, fuck you. All right. Let's get on to the real fights now, okay? These prelims are fucking awful. The main card is actually not that bad. Opening up the main card at the ripe hour of 7 fucking a.m. on a Saturday morning, we have Alex Perez versus Sumed. All right? I think I'm going with Alex Perez. Drop my poker chips. Yo. I keep a stack of poker chips on my desk. I be riffle shuffling these motherfuckers. Yo. Yeah. Check this out. Hold up. Y'all about to see the coolest thing you've ever seen. This is what I do on a daily basis. Again, welcome to the most technical MMA channel on YouTube. Alex Perez is going to win this fight. Alex Perez hits really fucking hard. He's a girthy little girth ball, all right? And so does Sumed though. Sumed is a really good boxer, but he throws a lot of I don't know. He throws really interesting strikes, but he likes to get into brawls. I mean, we saw that in his fight with Matt Schnell, and look how that turned out. So he gets into a lot of exchanges where they're both trading, and he has power, but he doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. He hits hard, but only with his elbows and his straight punches, but they look slow. I don't know. I just have a feeling. Also Sumed kind of chinny. And I could very much see, Perez hits really hard and he swings for the fences, and he also has a really nasty, Darce and Anaconda system. So, how I see this fight going is these two are just going to come out brawling, from the opening bell. Perez is probably going to get knocked down. Sumed is probably going to get knocked down. And I foresee when Sumed gets knocked down, he's going to be trying to build his way back up in that turtle position. And I could see him just getting, caught in a Darce or an Anaconda there. So I think Perez will win by a submission in, round 2 is my official pick. Based on how these guys like to fight, they both like to brawl. Perez, I think, has a grappling advantage, so I'm excited. This will be a cool fight, though, because these guys are going to scrap. There's a 0% chance that this is a boring fight. So hopefully Alex Perez doesn't just kind of take him down and lay on him, and he actually advances towards getting a submission if he does get him down. But Sumed also has a good ability to get up when he's taken down. We'll see. I do foresee an Alex Perez Anaconda choke in round 2. My official pick. So let's move on. Again, Muslim Salikov is not fighting Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews is fighting Carlston Harris. So Carlston Harris stepping up here on short notice. He is 4-3 in the UFC. He is 38 years old. Really pretty old. He's 6 foot with a 76-inch reach. Jake Matthews is 31, 5'11 with a 73-inch reach. Jake Matthews is he's the gatekeeper before Neil Magny in the welterweight division. Where if you beat Jake Matthews, if you're a prospect and you beat Jake Matthews, then you get to go fight Neil Magny. If you beat Neil Magny, then you get to go up into the rankings. That's how the welterweight division works. Jake Matthews, really pretty fucking solid. He's got great boxing. He's got good boxing. And his grappling is really fucking good. He likes to throw a lot of straight combinations and throw-in combinations. And Carlston Harris throws a lot of weird looping hammer fists. They're not hooks. He throws like this, like fucking hammer fist hooks. I don't know how to describe it. He hits hard and he throws like with a lot of ferocity, but I think the straight punches of Jake Matthews are going to connect better, faster, and do more damage than whatever Carlston Harris is able to do. And I also think that whenever this goes down to the ground, Jake Matthews will probably submit him. Yeah, I think it's going to be a Jake Matthews submission in this one. Maybe he likes to grab guillotines, but that was really only off of like shots of his opponents, and I don't know if I see Carlston Harris like willingly going to the ground on this one. So maybe like I don't know, an arm bar or some shit. Nah, you never see arm bars at these heavier weight classes. Some sort of choke, maybe a rear naked choke. He might take his back out of mount and get a rear naked choke, rear naked chode. Holy pause. Jake Matthews by rear naked chode is my official pick. Carlston Harris, maybe he knocks Jake Matthews out randomly, but Matthews has displayed a pretty decent chin in his career, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he only has one loss by knockout in the first round, though. When did that happen? That happened all the way back in 2016 against Kevin Lee. So Jake Matthews, vet of the game. He's young still, dude. He's 31. Yeah, I'm picking Jake Matthews to win by a submission. Let's move on. We got Kai Asakura versus Cameron Smotherman. I am picking Kai Asakura in this one, probably by a decision or a knockout. Sorry, I'm like updating my notes as we go. I wrote down a bunch of notes for the fights, but I forgot to write my actual pick. So, bro, they're painting at my apartment complex, and there's a motherfucker just slamming a ladder next to my window. I live on the 4th floor. They got like fucking 50-foot ladders that they're just... Anyway, Cameron Smotherman. That shit is so loud. I don't even know if y'all can hear that, but if you can, Jesus fucking Christ. Cameron Smotherman is a really like patient fighter. He's extremely patient, but with that, he's a little bit like slow, and he's really like plotty, but not in the sense of how heavyweights are plotty. He's plotty in the sense that he kind of just sits and like waits for you to do something. He doesn't utilize a lot of head movement. He's not like typical bantamweight, like jumping in and out. He just kind of... His punches aren't that fast. His kicks aren't that fast. I think he hits hard, and he is patient, so he does wait for the right shot, and he does usually find it. But I think Kai Asakura is going to be... He's going to have a major speed advantage. He's going to just be way more dynamic in how he moves. Kai Asakura always bouncing in and out left and right, diving in with punches, getting out of range, jumping in with knees, landing, flying in elbows. Like, Kai Asakura has much more of a tool bag to go to on the feet. Homeboy is literally at my window right now. This is crazy. But Kai Asakura is going to be far more dynamic on the feet, have far more weapons to throw at Cameron Smotherman, and I really do think he's just going to kind of overwhelm him in the striking. And I think that he's going to low-key school Cameron Smotherman if I'm being honest. I think he's going to fuck Cam Smotherman up and either win by a knockout or like a 30-27 decision is my official. I think Kai Asakura like kind of TKO up against the fence in round 3. Like he's just going to put on kind of a striking masterclass and then just have that be that. And like Cameron Smotherman will kind of quit as he's just getting brutalized up against the fence. So let's move on to Sergey Pavlovich versus Taliesin Teixeira. I'm picking Sergey fucking Pavlovich, obviously, bro. And my entire reasoning for this is Sergey Pavlovich. He beat this one guy. What's his name? Where's he at? Where the fuck is this guy? Did I hallucinate this? No. Maurice Green. Maurice Green was 6'7". Taliesin Teixeira is 6'7". Therefore, Sergey Pavlovich wins. No. Sergey gets in on the inside if he wants to and lands his powerful bombing hooks and uppercuts and straight rights and whatnot. Not to fucking mention, bro, he has a fucking reach advantage. He has a fucking reach advantage on this absolute alien Taliesin Teixeira. And I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, bro. If you are getting motherfucking knocked down by Tai Tuivasa in the year 2025, which is exactly what fucking happened to... I'm sorry. If you're getting knocked down by Tai Tuivasa in the year 2026, you're getting knocked down by Tai Tuivasa, you're not winning a fucking fight against Sergey Pavlovich. Because, there's literally zero excuse as to why you should ever be in a close fight with Taliesin Teixeira. Not to fucking mention, Sergey Pavlovich is fucking good, bro. Like, we just saw him beat Waldo Cortez Acosta in his last fight. Waldo's a real fucking deal. All right, he lost a close fight to Volkov. He lost by TKO to Aspinall. Other than that, this motherfucker hasn't lost since 2018 to Alistair Overeem. Before that, he never fucking lost. He has 3 fucking losses to, like, 3 of the best heavyweights we've top 10 heavyweights we've ever seen. Taliesin Teixeira is not even close to being on that fucking level. Not even fucking close. Sergey Pavlovich is gonna fucking... boom! He's gonna knock this motherfucker out. Cold. In, like, round 1. He's literally gonna fucking knock him out in, like, a minute. Alright? The only thing Taliesin Teixeira has going for him, he might just bum rush Sergey and, like, pin him up against the cage and land some good knees, but that's not some shit that Sergey hasn't already seen, alright? There's no fucking way he loses this fight. I'm sorry. Like I said, he'll have a fucking reach advantage, a strength advantage, a boxing advantage, a kicking advantage, probably a fucking grappling advantage if I had to guess. So, you know what? And a fucking cardio advantage too. Like, Sergey Pavlovich has won some fights by... never fucking mind. He has one fucking decision in his life. Nah, okay, I lied. His last 3 fights were decisions. And he didn't look that bad by the end of them. So, that is actually crazy, though, this motherfucker. TKO, 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 decision, TKO, TKO, decision, decision, TKO, 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 TKO. Brother, I'm sorry, Taliesin Teixeira. You're fucked. We're moving on. We're fucking moving on. Alright. Zhang Ming Yang versus Alonzo Menafield. I think Zhang Ming Yang is going to win this fight. Probably pretty fucking easily. Nah, not super easily. Because I don't think Zhang Ming Yang is, like, he's not that good. He's really not. Like, he's pretty good, but he's not to the level that I think the UFC wants to push him as. Like, this motherfucker got leg kick TKO'd by Johnny Walker. Are we serious? Are we serious, my boy? And then we watched Johnny Walker. No. And then we watched Dominic Reyes absorb like 30 kicks from fucking Johnny Walker to the leg. Bro. I'm sorry. Zhang Ming Yang, he's just kind of got this like flabby fucking build. I do think he'll be enough to take out the absolute superstar in Alonzo Menafield. I want to know how the fuck Alonzo Menafield is even fucking ranked in the UFC. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy's number 15, if I'm not fucking mistaken. Could be totally wrong about that. But he beat Umar Sy to become ranked. Like, this guy fucking low-key sucks, asshole. He's just a big, like, buffoon power puncher who can kind of knock you out if he lands the right shot. But Bro, you're not knocking out Zhang Ming Yang. Look at the fucking blockhead on that motherfucker, alright? You gotta throw a fucking cinder block at his head to even rock him. So, I think Zhang Ming Yang is literally just gonna be on the outside throwing a lot of leg kicks, maybe some teeps, a couple of jabs, maybe an occasional right hand. Like, just doing a little bit more and winning a decision is my guess for how this fight is going to go. He's just going to be a little more active on the feet, do slightly more. Like, I could see this fight kind of ending and neither guy even really has, like, a scratch on him. But don't get me wrong, Alonzo Menafield is powerful, but he's got a lot of fucking muscle on his body. And I think if he doesn't knock out Zhang Ming Yang in, like, the first round, we see this time and time again. Guys with a lot of muscle, it just doesn't work usually, where, like, their muscles fill up with blood. They get slower, more tired as the fight progresses, and they can't really swing as hard. Like, guys that are big fucking beefy juice heads that throw hard and kind of rely on their knockout power. What's up, my boy? They just don't do super well because they tire out. Like, if a guy can outlast them for a round and you rely on that power, it just doesn't work into the later rounds with these big fucking meatheads. So, as a meathead myself, I can speak from experience, and I therefore am picking Zhang Ming Yang to win via doing a tiny bit more damage in each round and walking away with a 30-27, maybe a 29-28. Maybe he gets rocked in one round, but I think over the course of 3 rounds, he'll just do a little bit more and come away here with probably a pretty boring decision if I had to guess. So, let's move on. Holy fuck. I really hope you guys can hear that because it's fucking hilarious. They're literally right outside my fucking window. Perfect time to do this. Thank you, guys. All right. Song Yadong versus Deiveson Figueiredo. Figgy, my boy, it's time to hang it up. It's over. It's over. You're done. All right. We've seen it for a while now. I really hope Figgy fucking retires after this fight. I'm not going to lie. Like, God fucking damn, bro. All right. Figgy he used to be a terrifying presence in the octagon. He hits hard still. He's got decent grappling. But his problem has become that he just doesn't fucking do anything. He just, I love when Bedtime says, he stands around menacingly at range. That's exactly what he does. He just walks around on the outside. He doesn't throw anything. He lets himself get beat up and throws like 3 punches around. And he tries to wait for like the perfect opportunity to throw a big shot, and sometimes he lands it. Like, he landed some shit on, who was it that he knocked down? Oh, he knocked down Cheeto Vera, which was like crazy because Cheeto had never been knocked down in his career. But I mean, at this point in Figgy's career, bro, like, he's being used as a stepping stone, even though Yadong's already higher ranked than him. I don't know, get a legend on your resume. But I think Song Yadong is going to win by unanimous decision, or just kind of almost like an Anthony Smith style of TKO where he starts to beat Figgy up. Figgy just kind of wilts and falls down and curls up into a ball and just like doesn't really get knocked out, but the ref stops it. He's just too old now, and he doesn't do much of anything inside of the octagon. Song Yadong is going to have a huge speed advantage against him. I don't think Figgy's going to knock Song Yadong out. Like, Yadong took some absolutely brutal fucking shots from the pinpoint accuracy of Sean O'Malley. Didn't drop him, didn't put him down, didn't put him away at all. He kept moving forward, and I think if you're able to survive in a fight with Sean O'Malley, granted he lost that fight, but it wasn't like you looked bad, and that was a really close fight where a lot of people were thinking that Song Yadong won. I don't think he did, but I just don't think that we exist in a world anymore where Deiveson Figueiredo is at all competitive with the top 5 of the bantamweight division, and I do think that Song Yadong belongs exactly there in the top 5. So it's possible he gets clipped by Figgy, gets wobbled, maybe steals a round off of him, but he has really good recovery. Like I said, height advantage, reach advantage. Actually, not a reach advantage. That's kind of crazy. But height advantage, speed advantage, youth advantage. Like, if Figgy is able to take him down and get him down, like, Song Yadong is going to be able to scramble and get back up just on the basis of being 28 years old versus 38-year-old Figgy. Yeah. So I think it's time for Figgy to hang it up after this one, especially if he loses. If he wins, great. Keep it going. But I think this is going to be a decision in the favor of Song Yadong, or like a round 4 TKO. Round 4 or 5, up against the fence, TKOing him. Not really a knockout. Deiveson Figueiredo is really hard to put away in any meaningful fashion, so we'll see. So yeah, I think I'm going with Song Yadong in this one. But we got this card again. Main event, or main card, starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time, so prepare yourself. As far as upcoming events, we have an Apex card next weekend. Bilal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. This one's Brendan Allen, Bryce Mitchell. It's actually not. This is kind of a good card, low-key. This is a solid Apex card. Who the fuck? Anyway. But after that, we got the fucking White House, so we just got to make it through 2 more weeks of slop, and we have the White House. So that's all I got for you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know your picks, what you're thinking. If you think I'm wrong or you think I'm right about anything, let me know. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.